This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News, news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Wow.
Hello, Mr. Rush.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it's an honor to have you on the phone. I just want to talk to you because we lost so many greats in the last year or even days. I just want to get your thoughts about your friends, your colleagues, like brother Otis Clay. You can offer some insight.
Tell me what's your purpose about it, then I can tell you whether I want to talk about it or not.
Yes, sir.
You know what I think about I lost a great. You want to hear it from me, or you want to know how I feel about it? Tell me. Just give me a little.
Yes, sir.
What you want me to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about how you feel about the loss of Otis Clay and also his importance in the music, in the trajectory of the music that y'all do, like soul music, blues, his place in it from your perspective.
Well, you want to talk about all of them, or talk about Otis in particular?
I want to talk about
all of them.
Yes, I want to talk about all of them, but we can start with Otis.
Tell me when you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready right now.
I'm sitting here and thanking God for the time that I've had in my life, and especially I have the time with the friends that I've had. Some who's still with me, some who's gone, but most of all, we talk about the one who is going on now. Starting with way back from Little Milton, Alpha King, the Ray Charles, the Sammy Davis Jr., the late Muddy Waters, the Howard Wolf, and I could go on and on. The Little Walton, and all the guys who Bobby Womack, and now we come down to Bobby Bland, and then here lately, my friend Otis Clay. Last year Otis Clay and I did a movie, a documentary thing called Take Me to the River. He was on that with me. And during that time, we lost Bobby Bland. And Luke Dogg and I had a talk about some things about that a couple of weeks ago about who had passed before that time. And then here come Otis Clay passed. He was the kind of guy that we talked on a weekly basis, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week for the last 50 years. So he was a close colleague, a close friend, and a close business partner of mine. And we always talked about staying in touch with each other, so because we were getting so scared, like 10 feet around us, that the people we came up with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm so hurt about his loss, but I'm so blessed to have him around this long. It's a hurting thing on one hand. It's a blessing and a smiling thing on the other end, because we were friends. We never had a mumbling word or false word against us, and we always treat each other like gentlemen. And he treated me like gentlemen. I love him, and I believe he loved me, and that's the way. That's the take on. But the other take in that, because when you look at it, how sad it makes you when you lose your friend. But when you look around, you know that God don't make no mistakes. That's why I must say to everyone that lives today and hear my voice, everyone I'm involved with, my motto is I must do all I can, why I can. There come a day that I cannot do, that I will regret what I did not do.
That's powerful. And also, like, how will you assess his talent, his ability as a singer, as an artist? Where will you rank him? How would you rank him?
Well, I would rank his talent very, very talented. He was a gospel man and I wouldn't say a blues man, but he did R&B stuff, but he was a gospel man. He was very talented. He was a singer. But singing is one thing, and having a talent is another thing. He was God's child, and he was a very talented person. I don't think he got his due what he really wanted to, because we talk about some of those things. So there's a many of us don't get what we think we do in life. But nevertheless, what goes around come around, and we get what we put in, because of whatever you put in is what you get out. It's almost like a funeral. You live your funeral while you live. If you live regularly, your funeral is going to be regular. So it's a lesson for me that I must treat a man like I want to be treated in order to get treated well and be respected when I'm here and when I'm dead and gone.
Yes, sir.
So I think he was a very, very talented man from both sides of the fence, gospel and R&B.
Yes, sir. And also, I want to ask you about Ben Cauley, the former trumpeter for the Barcades.
Yeah, Ben Cauley, I know Ben for a very long way back. I knew him as a horn player for many, many years. But the last 8 or 9 years, I got to know him as a person, as a friend. We made friends, especially when we did the tour together with the Taking It to the River. Mm-hmm. I got to play. He played with us and got to play in the band. Got to meet the guys, really Tina and all the guys before he passed, and that's the rhythm, the high rhythm, and all the guys. I got to meet all the guys, and some of the guys now within the rhythm section passed and gone now. So it was a good thing to get to know these guys and know what kind of musicians, and what kind of heart, how kind of lovely men they was, how talented they was. There's a lot of talent, Memphis has really been the town where a lot of talent come out of Memphis and all around the area. And it's just a wonderful guy. Ben was was he a horn player or a horn player? And was a nice guy at that,
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. And I also want to ask you about your other friend, the one that called B.B. King, who passed away last year as well. You have any thoughts you want to share about him?
Well, I think B.B. King was the king of men's and all standpoints, from a musician standpoint, from a legislative standpoint. B.B. King asked me about a year before he passed. He said, well, I'm going to do my last show in Mississippi this coming June. That was the year before he passed. I'd like you to do it with me. So I was booked in Coldwater, Mississippi. On the same date he was doing the 12th of June, he was doing his homecoming in the Nova. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm already booked B.B. King for 11 o'clock. So I said, man, I'm going to try to talk to the promoter and try to get out of it. So I talked to the promoter and said, listen, B.B. King done his last show in the Nova. I would like to be with him. And I thought the promoter was going to give me a hard time because he had gave me a deposit. He said, okay, Bobby, whatever you want to do, you can come on early and go on with B.B. King. Just like that. Mm. I said, wow. He let me off and didn't cut my money and paid me. I did the show early and went on to do the show with B.B. King. Now, the point I'm getting to is, he asked me to do this for the last show. Not knowing this going to be the last show he did, period. He was asking me to do the last show in Mississippi. Wow. Now a month before, maybe a few weeks, less than a month before he passed, I got the B.B. King Award of the Year. The B.B. King Award. If that is a torch, B.B. King passed it all to me. Now when I looked around, I look at myself. I look at Dirty Guy, who's next to me in age-wise. I look at Little Richard, who's a little bit younger than I. If I'm not the oldest, I'm close to it. The oldest blues man around now.
Wow.
At least if I'm not the oldest, I'm the ugliest.
I know you are something. Your stage show is awesome, man. You get your awesome presence, your physicality. How does it feel to be like one of the last ones and still perform at the high level?
It makes me feel grateful, but I didn't think about it. You know how you take it for granted for a minute, and so here I am, able to get on the stage and get off. I'm just thanking God every day for my health and strength. I used to hear people say, I hear my grandmother say, I thank you for the reasonable strength that I have today. I didn't know what you were talking about. And now I do. At my age and time, what I'm doing, I just thank God for my reasonable strength that He's given me every day and allowed me the time to associate and have friends like a B.B. King.
That's true, man. You are something else. And also, you got any David Bowie stories by any chance? You ever met him or played or collaborated with him?
I didn't. No, I just know him. I know his music. I respect his music. Respect him as an artist. And my head is so wide range when it comes to musician and entertainment because I like country western, I like gospel, I like rock and roll, I like folk singing. I like just good music, man. I'm just a music man. I just love it. Now I particularly don't do anything but the blues and funk kind of stuff. Even if it's funky, it's still the blues. That's what I know. Maybe I would like something else I know anything because I'm too crazy and I don't know nothing else but the blues, man. That's what I know. You know?
Yes,
and, what you see is what you get. You know?
Yes, sir. I'm just glad that you are truly the real deal. I'm blessed that I had several times to see you perform and also interact with you. You are a great wonder, a true national treasure, and like in the words of Duke Ellington, beyond categories. So I appreciate all you do, Bobby Rush, and I know the best is yet to come.
Well, thank you, babe, for what you do, and I'm always trying to be humble enough to give guys like yourself and the other writers a shot at me to tell the story. Because if you don't ask me or somebody like me, who you gonna ask? Ain't many people to ask.
Yes,
so
sir.
Thanks for calling me. Okay.
Yes, sir. God bless, and we love you, manly, Bobby Rush. Keep on doing.
Call me if you need me, buddy. All right.
Yes, sir. All right. You have a great day.